Peace and blessings, and welcome to chapter 3 of Belief vs. Facts. Replies to mrtrivates. First off, I like the video, and I like the crow and the trucks. That was really funny. Alright, my reply. And from the very beginning, you first have to ask, is Mr. Occam's, is Occam right? Is his assumption correct? Could be, couldn't be. But if you're going off his assumption, that is correct, and what you are. Now, the basic flaw that I found in everything you said, and you said some good stuff, was that you put rules, limits, and regulations on God. You took all that applies to humans, all that we can do. You took the physical attributes, the fact that we learn of our environment from our consciousness and our senses, and you applied it to God. You applied human things, physical things, physical laws, rules, and applied it to that which is the greatest powers, if power is even a word. If power can be a word applied to God, of all powers. Understanding that God is even beyond the word power. We're talking about the greatest of greats. He is beyond those words. He is beyond any words that we can think of. Because all these words we use, we apply to things around us. Outstanding, great, miraculous, superb, superior. We use those words in everyday vocabulary to explain things on this planet and in our universe. And then we try to apply those to the greatest of great. So that's the flaw that just, for me, eliminates all that. You're using our limited knowledge, and at the end of your video, you said we are still trying to figure this all out. But in our limited knowledge and awareness of who we are, what we are, and understanding all that is, you took the rules that we have made up thus far and applied them to God and used them to eliminate God. I mean, you're saying that you use, the word I'm going to use is impossible, but it was something else. But basically, you're saying that these things would be impossible for God to do. I mean, think of that. You're putting a limit on what God could and should be able to do, because it doesn't fit, because it wouldn't work for us humans. Of course, as humans, we have to have consciousness to be aware of our environment. But to say that God has to have that, we have to be within this universe, in this realm of existence. But to say that God has to do that, I hope you see what I'm saying. You're putting God in a box. You're trying to contain God. Now, and this also brings up something I've been thinking about, and I hope I can explain this fully, or what I was thinking of. But I was thinking the other day about our coming with knowledge, our gaining of knowledge of things within this world, and specifically it started with numbers. I wonder if it's so much, are we understanding our world, or are we just finding rules to stick with, to apply? Not trying to explain this. Let's take numbers. Mathematics. Now we'll go with 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? And as I said before, well, 1 plus 1 is 2 as long as we say 1 plus 1 equals 2. But if we change it, then 1 plus 1 can equal 3. But once we do that, then of course we have to make it consistent along all lines so that the math stays together. You had talked about the proving of the theory of what was it? Theory of what's the word? What was it? The theory of and I'm going to end up having to edit this. Oh, the theory of gravity. Yeah, you said the theory of gravity was proven. Now, was it proven, or was it that a rule was made up that fit within the rules that already existed? You know what I'm saying? If we take our existence and look at it as a puzzle, we're trying to figure out the pieces of our world and our existence, right? And every time we create a piece, it fills in a little something. But it's not necessarily true or what that piece is, but we're making a piece fit. So once we say 1 plus 1 equals 2, well then we have to say 1 plus 2 equals 3, and we have to keep putting these pieces, but we're making them to fit more so than actually necessarily getting a true piece that goes there. We're taking something, okay, I have these rules. Let's see, if I cut off a little bit here, cut off a little bit there, shape this here, hey, that fits. Ah, that works. We've proven it. Thus we've proven it because it works. But have we really proven anything? Once again, and getting our understanding of this world, are we just finding pieces that fit? So as we make our rules, if it fits, if it stays with the rules, then it's good. If it doesn't, then it's no good. And we'll keep finding, and we'll keep working and finding pieces. And that's why things can change. When we discover something else that might be outside this puzzle, that might be a true piece, then that starts to change things. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If I wasn't clear, or confused, I'm sorry about that. But it was just a thought I had, and I knew it might be hard to really explain. But like I said, once again, just think of the fact that you are putting rules on God to disprove the existence of God. Think of that. God bless. Peace and love.